hobbyists.
Merry Christmas.
Yom Kippur. Or whatever religious time of year it is. Few caveats. For God's sake, text message. This is going to add to it. You just amuse the crowd for a second.
I'm dressed as an elf this evening. It's quite fitting, really, being Christmas.
Mm-hmm. And I'm dressed as me. So the caveats before we begin. I'm full of cold again, which I always seem to be whenever we're doing one of these things.
Yeah.
I'm using Mrs. RC So-and-so's camera, and I don't know if it's working or not. So if we have sound issues or anything like that, this is the reason why. We don't even know if this bit's recording.
No, and it looks like we've got a hamster on top of the microphone.
Yeah, well, that's in case it gets windy in here. You know, all the Christmas Brussels sprouts and things like that.
It might do.
So, but anyway, apart from those two problems, I think we should be good.
It should be okay. I've got a very itchy hat on.
It looks itchy.
Yeah. It's not very good wearing a hat like this with a bald head, I don't think.
Well,
I'll keep it on as long as I can to be festive.
I'll wear a hat like this, but without a bald head. There we go. So anyway, Christmas, happy Christmas. This is the RC So-and-so Christmas do. I nearly actually said this is the where I work Christmas do because I'm so used to saying all that nonsense.
And we do have our works Christmas do's coming up.
We do, so that they're next week. So yours is the Friday, mine's the Thursday.
Yeah.
And yours is going out drinking around town.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Well, maybe. 2 weeks, a week before Christmas.
Well,
in a big city.
It's not as bad as the ones I used to have to go on to, because some of my old Christmas do's we had to go to London for, and I don't live near London. And they used to pay for us to get a train to London, a hotel, some swanky event, and then the train back the next day.
Yeah.
Which you would think, oh, that sounds good. But it wasn't, because the beast, as I say, certain kind of things that went with it. So, for instance, one year it was Bond theme.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, so
tuxedos.
So I had to go out and I got a white tux jacket. No one in London understood. It's this culture thing, I think. And then I think the following year I was on a boat going up the Thames.
Yeah. Just
before Christmas, stuck on the Thames going up and down.
On the Titanic too.
Yeah. It was called after a fish, actually. Was it sturgeon or something?
Trout.
Something. But there was a bit of an incident with somebody, and I've never known anyone to be locked in a brig on a pleasure boat before. But yeah, that's what can happen on these events. But then the problem is you feel like arse, and then you have to get a train back the next day, and they always do them on a Thursday. And then you've got to carry on working.
No, I couldn't do that. No. If you want your Christmas do in London, it should be on a Friday night. So then you can go out around London on a Friday night and have a good time. We've had good times in London.
Have we?
We have. One of our first occasions in London was when we got robbed.
Oh, yeah.
In Camden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't mean to go to London, but we ended up there.
Yeah, Glastonbury was a bit too on top.
Yeah. And then we slept in Heathrow car park.
Yeah. That was good.
That was good. And we had a great day. We were tube hopping.
Yeah.
So it was cool, drinking cider in Hyde Park.
I remember that time, and I remember the time we went to London to see the Earthlings, and we stayed in the business district.
That was brilliant, that.
And we had a very long walk back, though, and you needed a wee.
Yeah.
Well, that time, we went for the Lego thing.
Oh, yeah, there was a big Lego display down South Bank, next to the Good Morning Studios.
Was there another reason when we went, or was it just the Lego then?
No, that was a gig.
A gig?
Yeah.
Can't even remember who we saw then.
We had many a trip.
I know we drove down to see Pearl Jam, and rather than staying in London, I just drove back straight away afterwards.
Yeah.
But that's because we were parked, we were seated right at the very back of the corner.
That was miles away. It was ridiculous.
Got a picture of where we were sat, actually. I'll insert it.
Yeah.
As we do.
My first memory of London was when I drove down there and I went to Camden. And it was before it was all chic and...
before it was all coffee bars and hair buns.
Yeah, and this going back 25 years. And, well, more. How old am I now? 46.
There was also that time we went to see Sister Mercy and we stayed in Camden recently.
That was it.
Completely forgot. And there's that guy that was stood in the middle of the road holding a snake.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's a busy road, mate.
But we saw how Camden changed and it's gone up market, hasn't it?
Yeah, well,
nothing's cheap.
It's not really gone up market, it's just gone expensive.
Commercial.
Yeah, commercial.
It's a shame, really.
But I suppose that's the subject. Christmas is commercial.
It is. Christmas is commercial. But on that occasion, I parked right in the centre of Camden. But I went down a ramp and we were in an abattoir. They'd hired out their abattoir as a car park on the weekends. So when you drove in there, it had all the hooks in the roof and everything. And you could see where... So
as Manchester did that, which I used to quite like going to Manchester because when they'd knock a building down, while they were waiting to get everything ready to build the new building out of glass and steel, you used to be able to park on those flattened built,
Yeah, that was it.
So parking was always...
Deansgate used to do that.
Used to be loads of cheap parking and you just go and it'd be a massive flat area. If 2 months later you go, well, you can't park there anymore because there's a building but over the road now. But they've built on everything now.
Yeah, there's no room now, is there?
And the National Car Parking Association or whoever they're called have got involved and...
you have to pay £28 an hour for the parking.
Yeah, parking is absolutely ridiculous. Can't really remember why we're now talking about parking.
I haven't got a clue. I don't know. Because we park RC cars.
Yeah, we park RC cars.
Into curbs and walls and different things.
Yeah, and we park real cars as well.
Well,
you
do.
Yeah, I park.
I navigate.
Navigate your van.
Yeah. It's like driving one of them big oil tankers at sea. Because I've got no power steering, no ABS brakes, no aircon. My heater blows half hot, half cold, depending on what vent you're at. Everything else is fine.
Are you happy that you've gone back to a van?
I am very happy. It is an old van. It's a great van. But I like vans. I've had a few vans in my time and they're brilliant. They're so handy. You just chuck everything in the back.
Yeah.
But with this one, I've got a sink, a fridge and a bed. It's a bonus.
There we go.
Yeah. So if we get snowed in anywhere...
Well, hopefully you get snowed in at home so you can use your own sink, bed and cooker.
True.
But yeah, if we're out and about and an event occurs, then
because we could be out with the RC cars, get stranded, and have to sleep in the van.
Well, so we should do something where, because we were planning instead of going to the disastrous weekend, which was Buxton.
Yeah, wet Buxton.
We were tempted to go camping. Because the whole reason why we ended up in Buxton was because of our friend's birthday that never showed up. Again. But one of the suggestions was that we go somewhere like Shell Island, which is like a campground in Wales, and we were just going to rock up there with a few disposable barbecues and a few RC cars and just having. But because of how wet it was, I'm quite glad we didn't bother.
Yeah. But it might not have been raining in Wales when it was raining in Buxton.
I think it was raining everywhere that weekend. It was just cursed.
Yeah.
Wettest July I've ever known in my life, that was.
It was ridiculous.
But you, straight away after that, jumped on a plane and went to France, was it, for your rally box?
I did, yeah. That was lovely. Went to southern France, visit some friends, stay in an old medieval village that my wife used to live and work in. And then from there went to Annecy on the border of Switzerland. And that, Annecy, is one of the best places I've been. It's absolutely beautiful. I've
read A Year in Provence, and I think I might have even read Toujours Provence. I'm not too sure. I've only ever really driven through France. I've never actually stayed in France. Yeah. But I like croissants. But apparently they're Austrian or something.
Are they?
Yeah, I don't think croissants are actually French.
Don't know.
Maybe not.
We'll have to insert something on the screen.
Yes, to clarify croissant history briefly. Yeah, but I believe they aren't actually French, but I might be wrong now.
No, over there. But Annecy is like an upmarket Amsterdam.
Okay.
But with a massive lake. And we actually went on the lake, and the weather was that good. We were swimming in the lake because they've got beaches on the lake. So that was quite cool.
But the summer sun is what you need.
It was ridiculously hot. It was horrible because I don't like heat.
Well, it was hot over here in September, wasn't it? Because we had the mini heat wave, didn't we?
We did.
Late August, early September, which was just uncomfortably hot for September, really.
That was hot. But also, you went away this year.
Oh, yes, that's true. Went to Florida in September, so we went from the heat wave, and I went to Florida, and, well, I don't wear shorts. Okay, I don't feel that men over a certain age have the need to show their legs. No offense, because I know you like shorts.
I do.
But we got the plane over, and we landed in this like little tiny airport. And we got off the plane, and everything's fine. I thought, oh yeah, it's quite warm. Yeah, it's a bit warm here. And then there was a bit of like a door that was like outside before you went into the airport main bit for security. And bloody hell, it was hot. It was like, it's a mistake not bringing shorts. But
that heat is horrible. I felt that a couple of times.
So hot. And the thing is, because we did Disney and, took, our so Junior and stuff. And it was good. It was a brilliant holiday. Which there might be some videos coming up over Christmas that's got something to do with it, but I don't know yet.
Cool.
But the heat and having to get, you've got to do this now, you've got to get through to this area. It was a little bit like, right, I'm done. But I'll tell you one thing that is really funny. Mrs. R.C. So-and-so hates frogs.
No.
Right? I mentioned this before in a couple of the videos. She was nearly carjacked by a frog once. But anyway, we were at our hotel in Florida, and we were staying in these, I think they were called casitas. So like little bungalow things in this resort. And it was really hot, and it was late at night, and shut the curtains and put the air conditioning on, and we were just chilling out and everything. And then in the middle of the night, all you could hear was frogs.
Oh.
Just hundreds of thousands of frogs. And then there's so many frogs that a few days later, when it was raining, we walked back to the hotel, and a frog actually jumped out at us. So it just continues her hatred of frogs. No. So yeah, don't send any frogs.
Would she eat frogs' legs?
I think she would.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's not really that bothered by the taste of them. I think it's just more the weirdness of them. The big things. So.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, so that's what we've been really doing since we last hooked up like this, I suppose.
And a bit of RCing in between.
A little bit, yeah. So it's having to get calendars to align is the hard part.
But the weather's an issue now. Yes. I've got a few projects on the go, and it's all dependent on weather for spraying. I've got a few ideas. A new build that's currently going on. There may be a new shell for one of the existing chassis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know about this?
No, it's not here yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless he's dropped it off already. But yeah. But it's all depending on weather because we can't spray when it's this cold. I could, in theory, spray in the garage if I get it hot enough with heaters. But don't know.
It is the problem because is it 10 degrees C that things need to be over?
It definitely needs to be over that, I'd say, because I've sprayed at less than that, and you put the paint on the polycarbonate, and then
it just runs off, doesn't it?
It also goes dull,
Mm.
so it loses its shine and luster and everything, and it just doesn't adhere.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
Mm.
It's a mess. So we need need some good weather, really.
Yeah, need a heat wave in December.
Yeah, but maybe I could do a hard shell.
Well,
maybe.
Funnily enough, I was just thinking then when you were talking about that. Through a very kind donation from one of our Instagram followers.
Ooh,
he doesn't want to be named, so I won't name him. But he has sent me a new lunchbox shell.
Cool.
So I've got 3 suggestions here, and let's open it up to the people that are watching this nonsense to help. Option 1, I do a box art yellow mint. This is how a Tamiya lunchbox factory fresh would look with it.
Yeah,
okay,
it's a good idea.
Option 2, I'm toying with a RC so-and-so styled lunchbox.
That'd be nice.
Option 3, give me a suggestion.
Yeah, a suggestion would be good.
So they're the 3 options. So
yeah,
if anyone in the comments wants to say, I think you should do this, I'll consider it. And then maybe if there's, for that 3rd suggestion, there's a few good suggestions, I might do a poll.
Yeah, that's a good idea, poll. Because box art, something I try and stay away from, but a box art yellow lunchbox is brilliant and iconic and cool. RC so-and-so one, great idea. But there's so many options, there's no lunchbox shell.
Well, exactly, and this is why I'm a little bit struggling to know what exactly to do with it. So maybe if we could have some contributions or suggestions, that would help.
That would be good.
So, without further ado, to help this flow a little bit more, do we have some questions?
We do. Right, let me have a look.
I run out of time to make a video to ask for questions. Usually when you do a video to ask for questions, you tend to get a few more questions. But I hit all our channels. I did the...
I'm just checking it. I had a voicemail and I'm just seeing if it's a question.
Right, okay.
It is a question.
Okay.
But it's off Little Chief Engineer.
Okay. All right, well.
Okay.
So
questions. Right then.
So with questions, I'm gonna.
I can't even see what I'm doing here.
That's because you're of your age. I'm going to take the posts down, which are asking for questions because it's pointless. But if anyone ever has a question, ask, and we will probably either do something like this or we'll answer it there and then. Is what I'm trying to get to. We've
got some good questions here. Okay. So, do you want me to read them out?
You can read them out this time.
Okay, I'll read them out. So, this one from Yoda Dark Side Green Ha. Well, it kind of ends the name. What's after that bit?
If you click on it, then it should open fully, you see.
It's not working.
Right, okay.
Right, so we'll just go with that. So Yoda Green Side.
Yoda Green Side, yeah.
No, dark.
No, right,
Yoda
okay.
Dark Side Green.
Okay.
Sorry. Right, so the question is...
Yes.
So, guys...
Yeah.
Bit of a non-RC question this time.
Yeah.
But hopefully still relevant to your content.
Okay.
You often use references to TV programs and films from your youth, or our youth, sorry. which heavily influence your abstract and highly entertaining intros. So, what were your favourite programmes and films growing up in the 80s?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not that old. A time when TV was actually worth watching, before we all cancelled our TV licenses in favour of watching big kids playing with toy cars on YouTube instead.
Okay. So, yeah, what was your favourite programmes that is in the 80s?
In the 80s? Cartoon-wise, for me, was things like He-Man, Thundercats, Dogtanian.
Oh, yeah, I remember D'Artagnan. Do you remember Mysterious Cities of Gold?
Yeah. Alfie'd Same Pet when my mum and dad were watching it. Round the World in 80 Days with Michael Palin. But maybe that was 90s.
I think that was 90s. You could have Around the World in 80 Days with, the Phineas Fogg.
That was a brilliant cartoon.
That
was a brilliant cartoon.
Passepartout.
And then I'll have to add the 90s, because in the 90s it was stuff like Home Improvement with Tim Allen, which I still watch now all the time. And 18, Street Hawk.
18 was 80s, as ever, Street Hawk.
Yeah.
And, again, for me, I would say 80s, Street Hawk, Knight Rider, Airwolf to a lesser extent, maybe. Yeah. Because it was a bit up its own bottom, that one. But I used to remember on Saturdays watching, All In Wrestling with Giant Haystacks and Big Daddy. But I remember the Saturday morning cartoons and Whack-A-Day on Sundays and stuff. And
number 73. Was that 80s or 90s?
No, that was 80s. The 90s version was number 73. But I think, and of course, there's a lot of adult programs I used to, because I'm really into Magnum, and I think that's why I've always got this self monologue, because in Magnum episodes he was always talking this self monologue, and a lot of the time I kind of catch myself doing it, but not in shorts because of my theory on men wearing shorts. But yeah, Alfred Sempet, massively into Agatha Christie.
Poirot used to watch as a kid as well, because that was always on TV.
Always on Morse, really big into Morse. Rumpole of the Bailey, like number one favourite show.
Never watched that.
I think what people don't quite grasp in this day and age, or maybe in other countries, we had 4 channels when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And it's not because we were like poor or anything. It was just because we had 4 channels. That was your choice.
Wasn't it?
Because before Rupert Murdoch and Sky and all the satellite television stuff, you had BBC One, ITV, which were the 2 channels that used to go head to head against each other. You used to have BBC Two and Channel 4, and then around in this area you had a Welsh channel.
S4C, Espedwarec.
Espedwarec, as we affectionately call it in our house. And with the Welsh channel, what was interesting was, well, it wasn't interesting because it was mainly just
Publicum.
Yeah, people running around fields with sheepdogs and stuff. But because they didn't have enough programs, they used to show repeats of things that were on Channel 4. Mm-hmm. So you could watch more stuff theoretically. Yeah. So you limited yourself down to 4 channels. And what they used to do, and I checked this out actually, I did some research, which I'm very proud of. Good. That back in the day, especially when it came to Christmas, they would pitch their best shows against each other. Yeah. So BBC One and ITV used to have, say at Christmas, they'd show Ghostbusters on one of the channels, and they show Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on the other channel. And you had to pick. You had
to choose which film.
And VCRs came into it at a later date, and this is why you had multiple
TV Times, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, originally there was 2 magazines, because Radio Times had all the BBC stuff in it, and the TV Times had all the ITV and Channel 4, so you had to buy 2 magazines to cross-reference
what was on each channel.
Yeah. And then, this is why we had to then program videos. And that's why you had multiple TVs in a house. Because
you have to go to the bedroom to watch.
Yeah. That's
on
it,
your 12-inch black and white.
Yeah, or you hook a video up to another telly somewhere, so you had the option. And that was back in the days when you could record 8 hours worth of TV on one video cassette, because you could put it on long play and record a whole evening's viewing if you truly wanted. Unless someone messed around with the timer settings, and then the whole thing was out. But
your instruction booklet would be like that to program your Alba VHS player.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So for me, I think when you found something that you liked, you'd make more of an effort of watching it.
Oh, you would do.
You know,
yeah. I was like that with the X-Files, because I think in '93 when it came out, I watched every episode religiously every week.
That was when it was. I think the first 2 series of the X-Files were quite good. In fact, I think that was like the Game of Thrones of its day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was superb.
You know, everybody watched it. But it's like Lost. It's like I watched the first series of Lost, and I was really into it. And then they're like, right, well, we've actually now sold that to Sky. So if you want to watch it anymore, you've got to buy satellite TV. So then you start trying to stream it through websites and all sorts of nonsense. And then, you know, suddenly you watch 7 series of this nonsense program that's got no ending.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of programs haven't really got endings anymore. And
I've never watched it because everyone said when it ended, it was ridiculous and it had ruined the entire thing, because the end was, I'm not going to ruin it for anyone now, it's years later, isn't it? But I think the ending, wasn't it? And it was all a dream.
They're all dead. They're all dead. So basically, if you haven't seen Lost and you're thinking, "Ooh, Christmas, I've got the box set of Lost, I can't wait to start this," don't bother. Give it to a charity shop. They're all dead.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. The problem is now with all these streaming services, there's too many programs being made. And
that's the point.
I'm getting into series on Netflix and other channels like Amazon and whatever, Disney. Disney's not too bad for it. But Netflix and Amazon, they'll say, right, recommendation for you, we've got this new series. I'll start watching it. I'll get the series free, get into it, and then find out they've cancelled it.
Yeah.
What's the point?
With Amazon, what they do is, because I started rewatching all the Magnums, and it's like, oh, you can watch this for free with adverts. It's like, well, I'm already paying for it, but okay, let's go with it. Started watching all the Magnums, got to near the end of series 1, and it's like, right, if you want to watch any more, you've now got to subscribe to this new thing.
It's ridiculous.
Which has annoyed me.
They've ruined TV with too much content.
Yeah.
There's too much now.
Well, too much bad content. It's like, you know, and they've remade a lot of the great, you know, they redid an 18 film.
Yeah.
They've redone Magnum. They've redone
Magnum, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Going back in time. Ziggy.
Oh, Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
They've redone that.
Apparently they're recasting Bruce Willis for John McClane Die Hard films.
What?
Because they want to...
That's ridiculous. They can't remake Die Hard.
Well, apparently...
So they can't remake Die Hard. They'll remake Predator. They'll remake Commando. They'll remake... the End.
Well, this is the problem. What happened to new ideas?
There aren't any.
You know, it's just like... these films already exist. Yes, maybe, and this is going to be controversial, maybe the colour palette isn't suitable for this day and age, shall we say?
Because we're too PC.
Well, this is, you know, there's not enough, you know, ladies of power in Predator. Well, maybe there isn't, but as my argument, look at Alien with Sigourney Weaver. She's the lead character. Yeah. Alien is a female.
Sandra Bullock, Miss Congeniality.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Well, I think before we get too political on this one, maybe we should move on. But
Sandra Bullock, I think, is a great actress.
Apparently, she smells.
Does she?
I've heard that Sandra Bullock has a real BO problem.
No way.
But
I like Sandra Bullock.
That's all I know. To be honest with you, it's like she was all right for she was all right in Speed.
Speed was good. Thingy was good.
Did you ever watch The Net?
Yes, that's a brilliant film.
It was all right. It wasn't.
Yeah. She has done some brilliant films. But on Instagram the other week, I was looking.
Yeah.
And there was a picture of Sandra Bullock and Tia Carrere.
Who's Tia Carrere?
Wayne's World. Wayne's girlfriend, the singer in Wayne's World.
Oh, yeah.
She was also the main actress in Relic Hunter, where she was like Indiana Jones.
Okay.
That was a brilliant series. Really, really good. And it was Sandra Bullock and Tia Carrere at the Troubadour in LA.
Yeah.
I think it's in LA, Troubadour.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were at a Keanu Reeves gig.
Oh, for
to watch his band and watch him play bass.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, that's a very 90s evening, that would have been.
So you've got Sandra and Keanu, who were in Speed, in the Troubadour, hanging out with Tia Carrere from Relic Hunter and Wayne's World.
Yeah.
But they haven't aged. That's a weird thing.
Well, there's that theory, isn't there, that Keanu Reeves is a vampire?
Well, I wouldn't put it past him. But he looks good. He looks better than me, anyway.
Right, after a short break, we're back.
So, another question.
Okay.
So, I might have to Google this one.
Okay.
It's from RFVCXR200R. Hello.
Go on. I've already Googled it, so I'm ready for it.
Oh, have you? I haven't.
Yeah.
Will you take your rally car to the Phil Price Rally School if they'd allow it? I assume it's a rally school of a famous rally driver.
I don't know.
I thought you Googled it.
I have, right? Oh. I've Googled where it is.
Oh, where is it?
Mid Wales.
Oh, that's not far.
Where's that place they have the book festival? Is it
Conway?
No, something on Y. Why on Thames now?
No, thingy on Y. I know what you mean.
Yeah, there's a book festival that they have every year, and it's on the border of England and Wales. And this place is Mid Wales, and they believe that they have a rally school there. From a quick look, they provide the cars.
RC cars?
No, real cars. But I don't think it would be too difficult to find out where the track is exactly and venture into the woods around there.
That'd be cool. And we could film around the track where just to show it. So that would be cool.
Yeah. So
leave it with us. We'll have to do a bit of research, I think, because we do need to plan more trips and more adventures.
We've got to be a bit careful with tracks, though, because it's like, remember that BMX track we went to in Queen's Park?
Oh, yeah, in Chester.
And there was that bun-wielding
hipster on a BMX.
Yeah, there was most put out that were using RC cars on his BMX track.
Was it his, was it? Do you think he paid for it?
I don't think he paid for it. I think we all paid for it with our council tax.
Yeah.
But because he's got a bun in his hair and a BMX bike.
And he thought a lunchbox could do damage to a BMX track.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. He actually went along on his BMX with, was it a rake or a brush?
Yeah, brush.
He went round with a brush, brushing the track and scowling at us because we'd been on there for lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go and dig that up soon.
Yeah, we'll have to go back there and do it. But yeah, this Phil Price Rally School, though, we'll have a look.
Yeah.
And we'll see where it is, because it might be one of them where we could go down there for a night, stay over and do multiple videos. It might be a great area.
Or if they're closed on a particular day.
Yeah.
You know.
Go down there and have a look.
Go down and,
might not be fenced stuff.
Yeah, well, that's it. They've got to get the cars in and out somehow.
So,
possible.
Very good.
So there we go. Nice, short, sweet, that one.
Another question.
Okay.
From Droidy77. And I assume Droidy77, that's a Star Wars reference, because wasn't Star Wars released in 77?
It was released in 77.
And Droidy, because there's droids.
There's droids in it, yeah. Or his name could be D-Royd. And he was born in 1977.
That's true.
You know, you're assuming.
I am.
You know.
Sorry. Shouldn't do that. But I'm going with Star Wars 1977.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so most favourite and least favourite wheel and tyre combination, judging how yours, sorry, my eyes here, judging however you're like, such as looks, performance, or swears per mount.
So, I think for me, a good tyre combo would be a lunchbox wheel, but with a Monster Beetle tyre. If that was a possible kind of fit.
We're looking up now at my
I think it's a bit
shelves
too
of-
big, maybe. But if you could have a Monster Beetle tyre, you know, with the studs on it, on a lunchbox wheel.
That'd be really good. Because because Monster Beetle tyres and wheels, the width is less than a lunchbox. So, and the actual fitments are different at the rear.
But if you could kind of mangle them together.
That's a good idea, that.
You know.
I think the worst tyre wheel combination in the world ever in RC has got to be the Acroshot. It's absolutely shocking.
Funnily enough, by the time this is out,
Oh,
the video that's coming out on Friday. Is it this Friday?
yeah,
Yeah.
The Acroshot is a fantastic chassis, DTO3. It's brilliant. I love the chassis. I actually love the wheels. Because it's Beetle wheels. But the tyres they provide in the kit for the Acroshot, they're pointless. They don't work on any surface.
Well, on the 15th of December, which will be before this video comes out.
Yeah.
I've actually just uploaded a video going to town on the Acroshot wheels.
Oh, they're terrible. And I'm taking this off.
Yeah.
My head's burning up. You've got these silly sequins where they're like green one side and do that and they go red. And they're digging in my head. They've put a little bit of felt between them, but you still feel them.
Well, Christmas isn't meant to be easy.
It's not, is it? Now I've got a shiny head, look. Anyway, yeah, the Acroshot, great vehicle, chassis, weird shell, and weird tyres.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't like the wheels, the tyres on that at all.
No. What they should have done was just stick with Blitzer Beetle tyres, front and back on the Acroshot, because it would have been a lot more user-friendly. So, yeah, that's... But, at first, I thought the tyres on the Brat weren't that good until we went to Rill and we did a video with the Brat, and the tarmac that those tyres were on, they were superb on it.
Just hit the sweet spot on them.
Yeah, we'd found the perfect tarmac for the Brat tyres, so I was made up. But the only issue was we only had about a 10 metre square area to run it in. Yeah. Which was a shame.
But we still did it.
We still did the video.
Yeah, we still did the video.
And it was good. It's like, I've got to apologise, actually, to the Monster Beetle. Because I don't like the chassis. And I thought handling was terrible. But it actually ran really well in Buxton. It ran really well.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed, to be honest. But I still don't like the chassis.
I think we need to get it out more.
Yeah.
To give, because I know that was on the chopping block at one point.
It was.
But it seems to have saved itself. But yeah, you know.
I'm actually worried that my glasses are really, like, shiny.
Right, well, funny enough, I watched this guy who does, like, bar stuff online, like mixing drinks, okay? And what he does, he has his glasses, so they're not on his ears, but they're there, so...
Like that?
Like that. Because it stops the glare
of
the light.
The light coming directly forward like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he tilts. So if you tilt them a bit more. There you go.
I feel like Mr. Miyagi.
Well, you know, but if you have a tilt.
Okay, I'll have a tilt.
You know.
There you go. I'll have a tilt so it's not directly in line.
There we go. See, the thing. See, this is the thing. It's like
I'm not a glasses wearer. Well,
you are now.
I've only been wearing glasses for like 12 months, and I still can't get used to them. I hate them. I've got perfect vision, but for some reason I've got to wear glasses.
Yeah, you're gonna wear glasses to get your perfect vision again. But yeah, this is the things you learn accidentally, which is again.
I need one of them chains. Well, like a gold chain on the glasses.
My mum, she always wears a chain with her glasses, right? And she's probably going to see this, and she's probably going to hate me saying it. But the problem is, when she's not got her glasses on, so she's got her glasses down, and then she'll be doing like throughout there, she goes to put her glasses back on, and they'll be like greasy and like because just like bits of crumbs or something
because they've been hanging.
Yeah, because they've been hanging. Like bust them on. And,
half a cupcake hanging from them.
So yeah, sorry, Mum, but yeah. So that's the problem with the chains.
That's cool.
So there we go. Anyway, let's move on quickly before I'm disowned.
Oh yeah. I've lost it again. Now, wait.
Oh, there we go.
Right. So
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's another question from Joydy77.
Okay.
What polycarbonate body
Yeah.
would you most like to be released in ABS so you can mod it? And what ABS body would you like to be released in polycarbonate so you can paint it funky colours? Question mark.
To be perfectly honest, I think you should have an option with all bodies. One of the biggest swizzes in my RC purchasing history was when I bought the TT02 Cosworth.
Yes.
Because when they showed pictures of that, it was in a perfect white shell with no decals on it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when I first saw a picture of it, I thought it was going to be a white, hard body like you get with like a lunchbox, for example.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really look into it, but I was like, take my money. And I got it, and I opened it, and I'm like, oh, it's a jelly mould. Am
I wrong in thinking, I'm sure maybe it was released years ago, but haven't they released a hard body Ford Escort shell ever for...
I'm not sure because I've seen like a whale tail for a Cosworth, and that's in hard plastic.
Yeah.
But it's like this new squash fan that they've done. Again, why they've released that in polycarbonate instead of doing it as a hard body.
Yeah.
Because I know painting things in funky colours is good, but I would argue you could paint hard bodies as funky colours easier and then just lacquer them afterwards.
Yeah, you could.
And we all like a bit of battle damage.
Well, I don't think we've got one vehicle that isn't damaged.
I know, yeah.
That's cool.
They've always my desk at home because I wasn't doing the editing, and I also work quite a lot from home as well. And the dog now I've got a dog now since we've last spoken.
It's got paws like that.
Yeah, it's got huge paws. There's a joke there. And so that comes in the office as well with me, and it sleeps on the floor. And I've got my TT02 in bits, and I've got my Terra Scorcher in bits. and I've got all my recording equipment on my desk, and it's just like I've got this mountain of like nonsense, and I'm like, and when are you gonna get the Land Rover built?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, when I've kind of got through some of this, so hopefully.
Well, my prediction is your Land Rover will be built
Right.
just probably the week before GTA 6 comes out.
Maybe.
We may see GTA 6 first.
Well, I've got plenty of time to do it then.
Yeah. So, polycarbonate. Now, lunchbox. ABS, fantastic. We've also used the aftermarket polycarbonate lunchbox shells.
We have, yes.
They're okay. They probably get a 5 out of 10 on design because they lack the beauty, if you like, of the design of the ABS shell.
Bit vague.
Yeah. And I'm actually surprised, just looking around, the GF01, the black metal dump truck, I love that chassis. The 4-wheel drive chassis. It's like 4-wheel drive CW01 for the lunchbox. I love it. But they don't do enough shells for the GF01. I'm actually considering custom building one for it, custom making one. Whether it'll be out of plastic, wood, metal, I don't know.
I always thought it'd be quite good to have a cement mixer.
Cement mixer would be cool.
Because what you need, you could even build out of polystyrene in the back or whatever you're going to do. But if you had more of a range, because that's one thing that always gets me with Tamiya. I don't really understand what drugs they are on in the planning department with cars they're releasing.
No. Yeah.
Because I just thought they should go, right, let's do a range of work vehicles. So they start with a dump truck, and then they don't just leave it there, but then they do a decent crane, a digger, forklift, whatever it may be. And then they've got like a whole work range, maybe speak to Cat or someone, I don't know, and get some sort of like whole...
Like they've done with Volvo with the 6x6 dump truck that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like done. It's like how they've got the tractor, which nobody really seems to be able to get hold of. So why didn't they do a combine harvester and other farming equipment stuff, and then that's the
People
farming
would go mad
range.
for that, wouldn't they?
Well, there's all these YouTube
You do
channels.
see them online.
Yeah,
But they're not Tamiya, are they?
no, this is it. The other makes.
Yeah.
And I'm just a bit of a loss to why, because it's like, what is this squash fan?
I don't like it.
It's like, I honest to God, it's like, right, we're going to get a van that's a bit like a pumpkin.
Squash it down a bit.
What? Why?
Well, it's like a 50s hot rod cut van.
I don't get it.
The chassis might be really, really good, but the shell I don't like. I do not like the shell. I might end up getting one one day, but I don't like the shell. The design, it's boring, I think.
It looks, it's almost an inch too low. Yeah. There's just something doesn't sit right with me with it. I don't know what it is.
In proportion.
Mm.
Yeah. Any that I'd want in polycarbonate.
I don't know really.
Maybe. Blitzer Beetle.
You can get the Beetle shell in polycarbonate. That's the thing, because the MF01X1 that I've got is polycarbonate.
I think the Jimny, that would have been good in ABS.
Yeah, I think the Konghead would have been.
The Konghead would have been brilliant in ABS. Yeah. You could have really gone to town on that.
I think you should have a tick box. Do you want this in ABS or do you want this in polycarbonate? Yeah,
give you the option.
Yeah.
The Porsche, the Carrera RSR, that would have been good in ABS.
Yeah. Or give you both shells, like in the Brat.
In the Brat, yeah.
But
apparently, Oh, the thingy would have been good. The Mad Fighter. What's it called? The D203, the JPS one.
Oh yeah, the I don't know.
Yeah. Neo Scorcher.
Yeah.
Maybe. No. But yeah. Hopefully that's answered that question.
Yeah. Probably. There we go.
Right. So this one now.
Okay.
From No Noobs Forever. Why am I now addicted to building RCs instead of buying them? I mean, I started off with a HPI WR8 Flux in September and straight into a Traxxas XRT and CEN Racing Ford Puma. Now I'm just sticking to building Tamiya kits, and my most used one is the Lunchbox Mini.
Mm.
Wow, that's cool.
For me, the reason why you're more into building the kits is because it's something that you can do. It's tactile. It's you've built it. You're driving it.
Yeah.
Whereas
you're accomplishing something.
You bought something in a box. You put batteries in it. It can now go back in the box again. If it comes out of the box, every one of them is the same. Yeah, you could probably repaint them and get add-ons or whatever you want to do with it. But I think there's something more fun.
There is. Building Tamiya is brilliant. It's like, yeah, we can go out, we can go and buy a Traxxas, HPI, whatever. We can buy a Kyosho ready built, all those, team associated and whatever. But where's the fun in just going to the shop, buying it, putting the battery in, driving it? There's no accomplishment. There's no feeling of, I've done this, I've made this, I've put my own mark on it. Because
sometimes it's bloody frustrating when it doesn't work. When you put it together and it's veering to a side, that can be quite irritating. But it's also a learning curve. That's something for you to have to get past. It's like a logic puzzle.
It gets you using your brain. It gets you using your hands and tools and understanding how the mechanics works.
Yeah.
And that's part of it, is understanding how it works and how it goes together.
Because if you're going to buy one because I'm not insulting anything that's come straight out of the box and ready to go, because, you might be busy. You might just want to roll. That's perfectly fine. A lot of them, though, are toy grade.
Yeah.
And you can get some really, really good, cheap, it's like WR Toys stuff. They do really good cars. They're dirt cheap. You can throw them around.
They're quick.
They're quick as you like. Yeah. Where's your justification in Traxxas when...
Aren't they suing everyone at the minute as well?
I can never remember if it's them or Armour.
Is it Armour or Traxxas?
It's one of the two.
Yeah.
And I understand that people like them because they go hell for leather, and there's YouTube channels out there where they get sent to the moon and everything like that. But it seems quite an expensive one. And they all look this. I couldn't tell you the difference between them.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Whereas with Tamiya, okay, I know I've just insulted the range by saying it's not full enough, but if you want a lorry, or if you want a car, or if you want a van, or if you want, a road car, if you want a dancing rider, go for it. Here's your options for you.
Yeah.
So,
I don't understand people who buy kits to sit in a cupboard. And that's not even shelf queens. It's just people who buy a kit and they'll put it in a cupboard. Now, I don't know if they're keeping them to see if they'll go up in value to then sell them on in the future, or they just buy them just to keep them. I don't know.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
Collecting is a strange thing,
Well, yeah. But enjoy it. Enjoy the build. Enjoy the kit, But buy the kit that you want. Buy the vehicles. So many out there.
Yeah. There we go. That's answered that. We're back again. We just had another momentary break.
I put my hoodie on because it's cold. We have got the heater on, but it is like -2 up here tonight.
Yeah.
So, next question.
Yes.
Now we answered the one on the polycarbonate and the ABS. So, and we also answered the one about RCs, building them. So, next one we've got from Adam's Playground.
Oh, hello, Adam.
Over the pond. Hello. So, he says, he loves these. Feel free to answer any or all of them. So, number one, are there any special kits on your Christmas wish list this year? If so, what are they? Number two, what kit would you guys love to see come back out with? Tamiya or any other brand? And number three, do you guys have any other hobbies outside of RC?
Okay.
Take care, guys, and look forward to the video. Cool. So, first
I'm
question.
just eating a Halls. We're not sponsored by them, but a throat lozenge, and it's a bit powerful at the moment. So I'll be like, whoa.
Yeah. Not for me, that. Are there any special kits on your Christmas wish list?
I'm not getting any new kits this Christmas.
No. You've been bad. You've been naughty.
No. Right. There's a reason why.
Because you haven't finished the last ones.
Yeah. But also, I'm hoping something might come up in February.
Oh.
So I'm not pulling the trigger just yet.
Okay.
So yeah, for me, if someone wanted to buy me one, Santa was like, well, here you go.
Yeah.
Different kettle of fish, but I don't really know what I'd go for at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I've got a new build on the go, and that unboxing will be out
this Friday.
So you'll see it before this video.
Yes.
So you already know what my build is.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So I can talk about it then.
You can talk about it, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So.
No secrets here.
No. The new build, RC so-and-so, are getting into truck racing with the TTO1E. It's been something that has been online and for ages and seen it. Never really paid much attention to it, but it looks really cool. A guy in my work, he's got into it and kind of like twisted my arm to have a go, really. So purchased the kit and go and build it, and yeah. So for me, a new kit, if I was to get one, I don't think it'd be an actual kit. I think I'd get shells in the brown Tamiya boxes.
See, just going back a step though to this truck racing.
Yeah.
Am I okay to film and not take part?
I assume so.
Because I'll happily pay a membership.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that argumentative.
No.
So I'll happily pay a membership. It's just that I'm not a racer. I'm not very good at racing.
But you can have a go with mine.
I know I can have a go.
It'll be an RC so truck, so you can.
And admittedly so, but even it's like, because I know certain channels are thrapping themselves over these race days that they're doing. And it's just something that I'm not
bothered about.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about it, but also I have it for me. I feel I don't know. I crash all the time.
Yeah,
and I'm not a competitive person in that way.
Well, I'm not really, but I just want to try my hand at it.
Yeah.
And I love the TTO 1E chassis because we run the Subaru on it. I think it's brilliant chassis.
Because, I'm happy to go with you.
Yeah.
As pit crew.
Yeah.
But then I can set up the 2 GoPros.
And film it.
And then also use a handheld camera. And we can get some really good footage.
And it's a good advert for the racing club as well.
Oh, yeah, and it's a good advert for them.
Yeah.
So
we'll speak to them.
Yeah.
And because I think it'll be fun. I think, but I can't wait to build the racing truck. I'm actually on bag B of the chassis.
There we go.
And design wise, well, you've seen the unboxing. Design wise, I want it to be different. I want it to stand out. So it's not box art. Definitely not going box art. But kit wise for me, like I said, I don't think I'll get another kit this year. But I do want to get a couple of more shells because I've got ideas and projects.
Yeah, shells for me again. I'll
Yeah.
I've got quite a few shells on the go at the moment, which need to be done, but it's getting around to doing them.
Because I am going to revamp the Dracula lunchbox. And I also want a shell for the MBO one, the 210mm chassis.
To be honest, this answers that second question that I'd have had.
Oh, let me have a look. What was that?
Something about...
What kit would you guys love to see come back out with? Okay,
so why is there not a decent Mini at the moment?
Yeah, there isn't one, is there? You can buy the aftermarket shells.
My brother-in-law's got on the MO5 a Mini because he's really into Minis. I'm not that much of a fan of Mini as standard, but it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
If they want to make it, because they've got the Fiat Abarth.
500, 600.
600, best say 600.
600.
And they've also got the other Alfa Romeo now, haven't they, on that? On that chassis.
Yeah, it's like a yellowy colour. Yeah.
So,
like a rally.
Which is great. Fiats, I like a Fiat. But why haven't they gone, right, well, what other... Because I'm not...
a classic Mini.
Yeah, it's like I don't want a Peugeot 205.
No.
Or a Renault Clio or, anything like that, or Fiesta.
Austin Allegro, I'd like to see.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, maybe that's the problem I have with Tammy, that...
People want a Mini.
Yeah.
They do want a Mini, because I think it was the MO1 or MO2 where they released the original Mini shell on. I might be wrong, but I'm sure I've seen it.
See, I'd like to do a real... It's like, I'm even prepared to use the copyrighted music and take the hit with doing a proper Italian job video.
That would be cool.
Yes, we need to get a third friend.
Yeah, we need a third friend for that.
But we'll figure that out, This Craigslist still a thing,
It's OnlyFans now.
OnlyFans, okay, right. So we'll go on OnlyFans to see if we can get a Mini driver. There you go.
Mini driver?
There's an actress from, that still looks good for her age.
She's a great actress, though.
Yeah, Grosse Point Blank's a good film.
It is a great film.
But yeah, so I'd really like to do a really good Italian job video.
Yeah.
It was so much so, I'd even say, come on, let's go to Turin and do it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So,
Tamiya release an original ABS hard shell Mini on an MB01 chassis.
Yeah.
Short wheelbase, 210mm.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and then we'll do the Italian job.
Yeah.
Even get Benny Hill.
Yeah. For me, what I think they should re-release,
go on.
Well, there might even be some on market, I don't know, is the red lunchbox.
Oh, yeah.
because I like the idea of having red wheels on the lunchbox.
Yeah, it's
I know I could spray them, but
well, this is the thing, isn't it? Because there's
because you have the gold, the yellow,
there's
the
a
black,
the blue.
and the blue.
There's a website where you can buy the white wheels, which I found. And then this then enters that whole conversation about spraying or dyeing wheels once again. You know, and if you've got red wheels, then that makes it easier to do an 18 man.
Yeah.
There's no the black and red, but
yeah, maybe they should re-release all the lunchboxes in multiple colours. It's not something I've looked at really, like old. I know the Hot Shot's been re-released, isn't it? Hot Shot 2. That's pretty cool. But there's nothing that, like the Mad Fighter that I had years ago. If they were to re-release that, I don't think I'd buy it. Yeah.
Well, I got the re-release Terra Scorcher, didn't I?
Yeah.
And it's been a bit of a nightmare. So
it's a bit like Trigger's broom. And the final one was, do you guys have any other hobbies? Yeah. Motorbike. I ride it at least twice a year. But she's a classic, and she sits in the garage a lot of the time. But I'm a fair weather rider, so I only go out when it's nice, not too hot, not too cold, and not raining.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just general tinkering, really. DIY. I'll turn my hand to anything, really, that's to do with tools. It's like going back to when I said I loved home improvement, Tim Allen. That got me into tools. And then when I was 15, 16, I had a weekend job working in a hardware store. And I've just got a love for Mr. Bevan's.
Funnily enough, Mrs. R.C. Sosa used to work for Mr. Bevan's.
Has she got a collection of
tools?
No.
Only me.
Yeah. So yeah, with me it's tools and building and making and fixing, and I have a list of jobs every week. Stuff I love to do.
Don't you just ignore it though? That's what I do with my list of jobs.
Yeah, but I enjoy a lot of it.
Right.
Yeah. I like drilling holes in stuff.
I suppose for me, I don't have many other hobbies. This is one of the reasons why I started RC. So I had a hobby. I am on the PlayStation.
I'm just pouring a drink.
Yeah, he's just dealing with the bar. PlayStation. So yeah, before we mentioned GTA 6, that's something that's been on our radar for too many years. I'm currently playing the most recent Call of Duty, which is baffling. I only play online. I don't play single player games. So if anyone ever wants to shoot people, let me know and we can maybe shoot people as a collective. I don't know.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I do a lot of editing, believe it or not. And yeah, just modern life is, because obviously we've got families and children and, and I've now got a, RC so-and-so dog. It's like you get up in the morning.
You should have called a lunchbox.
Wow. Yeah,
how cool would that have been?
I don't know. I think you need a proper bruiser,
Tamiya?
No,
Yeah.
I think it's all right with what we've gone with.
Yeah.
RC so-and-so dog's a great name for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cook.
Yeah.
But that's because I eat.
I don't eat, I drink.
There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, we do, we keep busy. Gigs. Bands.
We haven't been to a gig, though, since before COVID. Really.
Yeah, we have.
Have we?
Orange Goblin.
Oh, yeah.
Orange Goblin.
Yeah, right.
If you haven't heard of them, listen to them. Great band.
Very good, yes. But, you know, we were supposed to go see Sister of Mercy, weren't we, around your birthday, but
Yeah.
our friend let us down again.
Yeah, couldn't go.
Couldn't go because on probation.
I've been to a couple of gigs since. I went to Donington for Download Festival in June. Me and the wife took baby chief engineer. Well, not a baby anymore, 5. And it was a great day. You had a lot of good bands playing. You had Carcass, which was great to see. You had one of our favourite bands, Clutch, that we've seen many times play. Neil Fallon, the guy I know personally.
No, insert a picture here.
That I've met once. Hey, Neil might watch this.
He might do.
He might. And Metallica were headlining. I thought they were going to be rubbish. Now, I've seen Metallica in their heyday, and they were fantastic back then when Jason was still with them. They were great. But I also saw them when they were rubbish.
Yeah.
And you've seen them when they were rubbish as well.
Every time I've seen them, they're rubbish.
Yeah, but I've seen them when they were brilliant as well.
I've seen them when it's supposed to be.
But I've got to say, at Donington this year, they were superb. They really were.
See,
they were.
I've heard
bunch
other
of guys in
reports.
their 60s. Yeah. Lars Ulrich's drumming was...
He's a rubbish. He's not even the best drummer in Metallica. You know?
But for a 5-year-old to be at Donington from midday till midnight, still going, having it all day, you know. Metallica must have done, and Gwar would have.
Gwar
that was good. Yeah, everyone was just covered in stuff.
Maybe what we'll do in a future video like this, we'll do a festival special.
Festival special, yeah. We could show photos.
We could show photos and tell stories about the old festivals we used to go to. Maybe if we do a camping expedition, we could do that there.
We could do that there. And I've got a treasure trove of photos.
Yeah, slowly rotting.
All our festivals over the years. And we have been to a lot. So there's a lot of photos. So
there we go.
Yeah. So
that answers that, hopefully.
Yeah. And we're back. So, our last question is from Biker Gal 800. Did you ever finish the Brat Hard Body?
No.
I want to know this as well.
No, it's started though. Okay, so here's the story. I had to think about it for a year.
We were meant to film it this year, weren't we?
We were meant to film it this year.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of the summer, I started to paint it. And I ran out of paint. And I went to, you know, that model shop where you bought your truck from.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not that near the house. It's about 20 miles away, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one Saturday morning, I headed off there, got to within about 2 miles of it, and the road was closed. So I had to follow this massive diversion that took me nearly all the way back home again. And I eventually got there, and I got another tin of paint, and I drove home, and I started putting the paint on it, and it ran. And I was annoyed, right? So I sanded it down and sprayed the areas which it had ran. And I was like, right, okay, well, this is going quite well. As I'm going with a secondary colour on it, I thought, let's let it set, because once I put Tamiya tape on my lunchbox.
Mm-hmm.
And when I pulled it off the paint. So I thought, I'm going to give this a bit of time to cure. Then we had one of the wettest Julys on record. And then August wasn't much better. And then September, we had a heat wave, which would have been an ideal time to put the secondary colour on it.
It would.
But we were getting ready for our excursion to Florida. So I didn't really want to start spraying a car just before I go to Florida. So one of the colours of paint is on it. I've got everything I need to finish it. I just need a break in the weather to put that second coat on it.
I think we're probably looking at May.
To be honest with you, I don't know when Easter is this year, funnily enough.
February, March. Is it?
Easter's never in February.
Yeah.
Let's look at
March, April.
Let's have a look. We'll use Google.
I haven't got a clue.
When is Easter? Usually it's March or April, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
it's probably in April.
31st of March.
Oh.
Okay.
That's early then.
So, it's early-ish.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to try and do for Easter, if we do get a break in the weather, because sometimes March can be quite sunny in some points.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the Brat to finish.
Yeah.
I've got the Terra Scorcher. I can probably finish that anyway because it's only
rebuilt it. Haven't you?
I've already rebuilt it. I just need to paint the new driver for it.
Yeah.
So I could do that inside. So that shouldn't be a problem. So I have the Brat done, the Terra Scorcher done.
Yeah.
I've got a new paint job to do on the TTO 2 because I sold the Cosworth shell, but I bought a new Cosworth shell.
Yeah.
And I've got everything I need to do that. I just need to put my big boy pants on because it's got a lot of taping work that needs to do done to it. So hopefully that'll be done. I'll also try and get the magnets sorted for those other shells that we want to premiere at some point. Mm-hmm. I've also got the lunchbox shell.
Yeah.
That for the new lunchbox look. And I've also got my Land Rover.
Yeah.
To build.
And the CCO2.
And the CCO2. So theoretically, I've got 6 projects up in the air at the moment.
Yeah.
So if I can get them done for Easter, as I say, the Brat being one of them, then that'll be 6 new.
Yeah. And then when the weather improves, we'll be out filming.
Yeah.
And all those can be premiered.
Yeah, and all those can be premiered.
Yeah. Well, we are going to have quite a bit of new content, I think, because we'll have all that. We'll have the racing truck.
Yeah.
And even if the track racing doesn't work out, we've still got a racing truck.
Well, I thought
to take out and to batter.
I thought what could be quite fun is, why don't we go to some motorway services? I got all the big rigs, and we'll drive it around them. So when they're all trying to get kips in their little camp beds in the back of them,
we're driving our little
we'll drive our thing while having a
on around them. Yeah, that's a great idea. And also there'll be a new lunchbox shell from me, and there'll also be hopefully 2 other shells that we will unbox at some point to show you. But I've got one little job that's annoying me. Now, I need to show you. So, you wait there.
Got the glare that came off your head then.
Now, this is our Porsche RSR on the TT02. And I absolutely love this shell. But what's been annoying me is the back wheels. Can you see what the issue is?
They're not lined up properly.
They're not lined up with the shell. I did it. We took it out, filmed it, and I didn't do it. And basically what it is, I know a lot of you would have noticed, it's the upper and lower arms need spinning around. So the back wheels are in alignment with the wheel arch. And that's really annoyed me. So anyone who noticed that, well done, you passed the test. So the next time we take this out, it will have the back wheels in line with the wheel arches. It's been annoying me because I absolutely love this shell. Love TTO2. So I'll sort that out and then we'll take that out as well. But I've got to say about the MBO1 as well. I'm so impressed with that chassis. I absolutely love the MBO1.
I'm currently editing another MBO1 video, which will technically be out before this. Probably the day before this has come out. So if you watched that last night, great.
Yeah. Absolutely love it.
It's because we filmed it at college. So, and I mean, well, when I say edited it, I've started cutting the footage up now. And hopefully it's going to be like a Grease inspired thing because of the way the car looks. The problem is like when you look at California, where Grease is, I think, set, I don't know, and it's all sunny days and, you know, and then we're in D-side in the sleet.
The smog from
the smog from the electric powered plant. You know, and there's all the trees have got no leaves on it because they've given up hope, and so it's a little bit of a you know, so you have to use your imagination, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a great chassis though.
Yeah,
the MBO one. The shell for it I wasn't keen on, but since we sprayed it and decaled it, I love it.
Well, if they make a mini for it, I might get one.
Yeah, but the MBO one chassis, it's up there now. It's one of my favourites. I was a bit dubious at first, but yeah, it's one of my favourites. It is nice. But RC wise, we've just got to be patient now, I think, with the weather.
Yeah.
We will be going out though and filming, but weather dependent.
Up to now, we've got enough footage to finish the year. But there's a new year in 5 weeks.
Wow.
Well,
that's soon.
Yeah. From that point now. So when you're watching this, you've got one more video, really.
And then it's a new year.
And then it's a new year. And then, theoretically, we're out of footage. But over Christmas, because I still haven't done my unboxing for the CC02 Land Rover, and I'm going to try and get that filmed before this comes out and edited before this comes out as well and processed.
Yeah.
So over Christmas, I was going to, if I've got the time, I was going to do a couple of little videos that maybe not technically Tamiya based RC, but still around the subject maybe. Just as something so you can watch over Christmas, because I know there's nothing ever on the telly anymore.
Well, you need the radio times and TV times to tell you what's on each channel.
Yeah, this is it, and figure it out.
Yeah.
In fact, I saw earlier a report on they finalised the Christmas schedules.
Oh, wow.
I'll have a quick look what's on this. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's like, do not even bother putting the telly on this Christmas. It's just the usual nonsense. You know, we could probably watch Morecambe and Wise from 1976 still. But everything new is just old hat. Yeah. You know.
I'll tell you what I did watch the other day. I liked the new Poirot film.
Oh, with
Venice.
What's his name?
Venice.
Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh.
I saw that at the cinema.
The Venice one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we got back, I went with Mrs. R.C. So-and-so, because she's a big Agatha Christie fan as well. I'm not too sure if I like Kenneth Branagh as Poirot, but he's a damn sight better than John Malkovich was. Because he did that.
I remember that.
Oh, that was so awful, that Christmas special that he did.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the May Greys with Rowan Atkinson?
Yeah.
They're quite good, actually.
Oh, no, we did.
Yeah.
It was years ago.
For about 5 years ago, something like that. Yeah. They were quite good.
The first May Grey, I watched that.
Yeah. There's been a couple of them. It's like, I'm hoping over Christmas there's something of that ilk that will be out and worth watching. Because currently at the moment I'm watching the US version of Shameless.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm up to series 7.
I need to have a look at that.
It's really good, actually. So I've been enjoying that. But I think this week the new series of Reacher starts.
I've not seen that.
So that's quite good. But because the problem is with Reacher, he's like supposed to be some 6'5" Marine. And then when they made the films, they cast Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
He's like a 5'6"
Oh, yeah, Jack
merman.
Reacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And then what else? Oh, I've just finished watching this first half of The Crown. So Diana's dead.
Oh, no.
You know.
Was she... did they say if she was bumped off or not?
They didn't know.
No.
But
accident.
The accident. Which, okay, bad taste alert, but it always reminds me of my favourite joke about the subject. About how, did you hear that Leyland Daff were in talks with Mercedes on how to get an engine block out of a Princess?
Oh dear.
Still funny now.
All these years later.
They're still
sorry, Harry.
Yeah, sorry, Harry. No, I'm not sorry about Harry. But anyway, we're getting into...
He's not even...
No, this is it. James Stewart, isn't he?
Yeah. He's ginger.
Ginger, yeah. No offence, gingers out there. No. Some of you might have souls. So, yeah.
Thingy, BBC iPlayer, was well impressed. They've released every episode of Doctor Who.
Oh, right.
And I've skipped all series to watch Thingy series who had the bowler and the cane with the red top. What's his name? The funny little guy.
Sylvester McCoy.
Yes. I'm watching the Sylvester McCoy
See, for
season.
me...
And it's brilliant because I remember when they came out.
Wasn't his helper called Ace?
Ace, yeah.
See, my problem with Doctor Who, and I didn't want to get into this topic, but you've dragged me into it now.
It's brilliant. I've been watching it.
The problem I have with Doctor Who is, for me, Doctor Who finished after Matt Smith, who in our house we call Footface. Long story.
Well, I like, what's his name?
Capaldi.
No, I hated Capaldi.
That's the point, you know.
Thingy before him was good.
Tennant.
David Tennant.
Yeah, Tennant. Really, I've got no issue with Tennant, really. And I've got no issue with
Smith.
The guy did it before Tennant for a week.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever his name is. Chris Ecclesworth, is it? Eccleston, yeah. Matt Smith was a great doctor.
He was. Really good.
And then he left, and they're like, oh, we're going to give it to Peter Capaldi now. And I really liked Peter Capaldi in the thick of it. The thick of it was a fantastic series until the final series, and there's a bit more what's going on here. But anyway, he did it, and it just seemed not right. And then since then, it's just been some sort of...
I haven't watched any of it since Capaldi.
No, I
gave up.
I refused to watch it.
I gave up on Capaldi.
I'm not watching this 6-year special that's just come out with Tennant back in it again, because it just looks like it's.
Haven't they got all the doctors here? 5 doctors, I think.
I don't know, but from what I see, they're just it's just a political thing now.
But shouldn't Capaldi have never regenerated because they'd got to the 11 or
12 instances? Yeah.
So Capaldi shouldn't have happened.
Well, this is the thing.
And that should have been it.
It's like, why?
I'm sure you're a nice man in real life. It's just you didn't suit Doctor Who.
The problem is, it's now being used, and it's like, what worries me, what ultimately worries me, and I know we're getting far from the subject of RC cars, is obviously we're going to have a new James Bond casted soon. Why? And if you haven't seen the last one now, spoiler alert, why they killed him off in the last film, I have no idea. That was just a vanity thing. Because all of James Bond's, it can be left ambiguous, right?
But did he really die?
Well, but we
don't know, do we?
Okay, we don't know that. But the problem is, when in that film, when they had a new 007 who was, a lady of colour or whatever, we for political senses, it's like, why they trying to force that?
They're forcing change on something that doesn't need to be changed.
Yeah. It's like,
Bond is Bond.
Bond is Bond. Bond's one of the last. It's like, for me, my favourite Bond will always be Connery. Always be Connery. But I like Roger Moore's Bond. Yeah, I've got no issue with Roger Moore's
I like all the old Bonds.
Yeah, it's like,
They all did a good job.
Yeah, to Lazenby, well.
I enjoyed that.
Well.
It was funny.
And then it's like Timothy Dalton was a bit more. But I've got a newfound respect.
Timothy Dalton, though, he was there for the uppies with Vilofaxes. It was
true,
that era, wasn't it?
Yeah. Whereas I don't actually mind Pierce Brosnan's Bond now, when I look back at it.
He did good in the one when they were in the ice.
To be honest with you, I can't remember which one was which now.
Yeah.
But the Daniel Craig ones were good originally. Yeah. Well, you had Casino Royale was fantastic.
I've just had not an epiphany, but you mentioned Magnum before. You were saying about men not wearing shorts and all that. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Magnum,
I'm
sure in the opening credits, doesn't he come out the water in a pair of tight swim trunks?
Well, he does all the time because Robin
Masters
has the private.
Yeah. So is that where they got the idea from for Daniel Craig in Bond?
No. Where they got the idea from that was, in Dr. No, where
Sean Connery is in the water with a woman.
Yeah, and the woman comes out of the water. I can't remember her name.
Recreated it.
So Daniel he Craig is coming out instead of she is coming out.
Right. I thought maybe
the message,
But the guy who wrote Daniel Craig, he might have been a Magnum fan as well.
He could have been a Magnum fan. I don't see why people wouldn't be a Magnum fan.
Would have made a fantastic.
Because Tom Selleck was supposed to be Indiana Jones.
Oh wow!
You see.
Have you seen the new Indiana Jones?
No.
Dial of Destiny?
No, I'm not watching that.
It's actually good.
I am not.
It's actually good. It's far better than the Big Skull one.
Oh, that one was rubbish anyway. But no, I'm not.
It's really good.
To be honest, there's 3 Indiana Jones films and it's staying as that for me. Do you like the...
Dial of Destiny, watch it.
No.
I cried at the end.
No, I'm not watching it.
I shed a tear.
I'm not watching it. But do you like the Han Solo carbonite theory with Indiana Jones?
No, what's that?
So when Han Solo in what's the Star Wars?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, in Empire, when he gets captured and frozen in carbonite. That while he's frozen in carbonite, he dreams that he's Indiana Jones and he has all those adventures. And then when they melt him in Jedi, there's so basically while he's been in frozen in carbonite, he's been dreaming of being
Indiana Jones and doing those films.
Yeah. Wow. So that's a bit of a, bizarre one, but I quite like that. And also how, because of Tom Selleck theoretically being Indiana Jones, Chip and Dale.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were the costumes.
One's dressed as Magnum, and the other one's dressed as Indiana Jones, which could have, in an alternative reality, have been
been Tom Selleck.
Yeah,
Chip and Dale, Chip and Dale. Rescue Rangers,
yes.
That's well cool.
Which again, I have now a hatred for Chip and Dale because after going to Disney.
Well, I can't believe you didn't buy a Mickey Mouse ears.
Because they were $36
a pair.
But Chip and Dale were there, and RC So-and-so Jr. kept seeing them and kept waving at them. And they kept just blanking him.
They turned round.
Yeah.
Ignore the child.
So we went and met Darth Vader and the Mandalorian instead.
Well, surely, years ago, Disney used to give out those ears for free as you walked in, probably.
They used to give a lot of stuff, because, right, in all fairness, it was a fantastic holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And again, in fairness, it wasn't as expensive as I was worried about.
No.
But that's because if you stay on Disney property, you get a gift card for meals and stuff. And so you get dining credits or something like that, which basically paid for our breakfasts for the entirety of the time we're there. If you want to spend a lot of money,
you can.
You can.
Yeah. You can buy all the tat, can't you?
You can buy as much tat as you're,
I'd buy so much.
You would come back skinned.
I would. I'd buy so much.
The problem is, though, coming back, you've got to obviously weigh your luggage.
You got to carry it home, haven't you?
Exactly. You got to get it back.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people years ago used to take an extra suitcase just to buy jeans.
Yeah.
Because Levi's 501s. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who's over the pond, but I'm sure you could buy like Levi's for like $10 when over here they were like $60, $70. This is going back years.
Well, they were doing that with Russia, weren't they? So it's like if you were planning a trip to Russia, the idea was you go to America and you get loads of like Levi's and stuff and you sell it to the Russian market.
Yeah.
But taking a spare case, because,
nothing's cheap there nowadays.
No. The
pound to the dollar
is
now.
It's nearly 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Which, and the other thing is as well, which I don't get about America, and I apologise to all the Americans watching this, is this culture of tipping. Who do you tip and who do you not tip?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you tip everybody? Or, because I tell you a story because when I got married,
Vegas.
We got married in Vegas, right? Not hers, but me and my wife. And we went on this thing called the Mob Tour.
Yeah.
And it was on this rickety old bus. And it was actually put together by people that were genuinely part of the casino crew, from the film Casino. And it was a proper mafiosos that owned it. So you couldn't really complain about anything.
No.
Anyway, when the bus went around the corner, the doors opened and all this kind of stuff. And we had this tour, and it's all very well and good. And then at the end of the tour, the tour guide, we gave him a tip.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realise was that I gave him a tip.
Yeah.
And Mrs. RC So-and-so didn't know that I gave him a tip. So she gave him a tip as well. So he got double the tips from us.
Wow.
When really... Did he deserve any tip?
Well, don't...
and you don't tip people in McDonald's, but you tip people...
In a restaurant.
And,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're bringing the food to you, but then if you're going to a quick service place, do you still tip them? It's like, because we had this thing when we were in Disney, we went in and we went straight to Starbucks and I bought a coffee, an iced coffee for her, but I don't understand iced coffee. Some pot-based thing for RC So-and-so Jr. And a big cup of water because it was bloody hot there. And you'd pay, but you wouldn't tip. But then, no. I just don't understand. It's like, why don't you... Why don't you just include a tip with the prices?
That's what they're trying to do.
If you're expected to pay it, just put all the prices up by 20%.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to do that here in certain places. My friend in work was saying his son went to an eatery in Chester, went to pay the bill, but she'd automatically put something like 20% gratuity per person.
Wow.
Onto the receipt.
Okay. Bloody hell.
How can they do that? It's not justified.
No.
Because when I was last in Vegas, the way I did it, every time I got a drink, I'd tip $1.
Yeah.
Every drink. If I had a meal, I'd tip $5.
See, this is where it gets difficult though, because it's like they're expecting between 16 and 25% or something. So a lot of the time now, you pay by card, so you don't pay by cash anymore.
No,
because we live in the future.
Put in
and they give you this thing, right?
5, 10, 15. Or,
no, they don't give you that. So what they do is they give you, what percentage would you like to have your gratuity at? Do you want to pay 18, 19, or 20, or other? Right?
Wow.
So they're your options, okay? They're looking over you like this while you're doing it, by the way. Then, what you do is you select your gratuity. Your gratuity doesn't get taken at that time. Because what happens is you pay your bill, and at the end of the night, they then process. So you get this other payment come through on
as a separate
thing.
Payment.
For gratuity. And it's like, well, why didn't I just pay an extra 20% for the meal?
It's probably because they have to pay tax.
Probably is, but why is that my problem?
Yeah.
You know,
a tax thing.
You know, I just wanted my, chicken and 3-coloured cauliflower, but
I know they don't get a massive wage in a lot of places, and they depend on tips.
I completely get that.
They can't make up a figure. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's like they should just say, right, if you're ordering this, you're paying this much tip. And I'd be like, fine, because I'm going to pay that anyway.
Yeah. Well, I found out today, on a similar note, we're off to France again in February, but we're staying in the capital and staying in an hotel. Apparently now we have to pay a charge per day to stay in tax, and it works out around £25.
So like resort fees?
Yeah. £25 per person per day tax. It's ridiculous. We're already paying for the room and we'll spend money in the hotel. So why do we have to pay an extra tax?
We, when we were in Disney, I bumped into this lady who was really, really drunk. And she was going home. And she's like, do you like White Claws? And I'm like, what on earth is a White Claw? So she says, hang on a minute. And I'll give them to you. So I'm stood out in this car.
Like a bear claw, donut claw?
No. So it's like, she came back with a massive shopping bag that was dead heavy. And she went, there you go. And it's like a hard seltzer, it's called. So it's alcoholic water.
Alcoholic water?
Right, so yeah, it's called Bear Claw or White Claw. Yeah, it's called White Claw, sorry. So she went, oh yeah, you can have these. Because I've left cloves as tips for the cleaning staff. So I went, okay, right. So she gave me this massive bag of White Claws. So I went back into our room and, obviously asked, what are those? So I said, White Claws, what are they? Well, they're the odds, yeah. So I went through all that spiel again and we put them in the fridge. And one night it was quite hot and I thought, I'll have a drink because I'm not really a drinker myself. It gave me the worst headache I have ever had in my life, right? After one can of this stuff. And they're only the small cans.
What's in it, though?
Water.
Yeah,
water and flavouring and...
Like a spirit?
No, just...
Spirit drink?
Well, this is... Yeah, it's some sort of... I don't know.
Vodka?
It's not actually a spirit.
It's alcoholic?
Yeah. But it gives me a headache. Anyway, Mrs. R.C. so-and-so... A couple of nights later, she's like, I'll have one of those White Claws. She had it. Blinding headache. Really bad headache.
That's strange.
Right. So, at the end of the holiday, we left them all in the fridge. So whoever was...
Well, that's their tip.
That's their tip. We left money as well because you have to. But, so we left a load of chilled White Claws for them. But yeah, alcoholic water.
Isn't that strange?
What is going on in the world? I don't know. Yeah.
Vodka is alcoholic water.
Yeah. Vodka, alcoholic potato.
Yeah. How bizarre.
So, but yeah, so I guess this has been the Christmas do.
It's been great.
No one's photocopied.
I haven't got a popper.
Party popper, no.
Party popper. I wish I had party popper.
No. As I say, it's not the worst Christmas do I've ever been on.
It isn't. We have been on worse Christmas do's.
Although we've never worked together, we've always done this thing called the Palmer Electrical Christmas do. Because we had a friend who had started his own business.
Yeah, he was an electrician.
And because of a sign writing error, it looked like he was
an electrician.
An electrical person. So one Christmas we went out in his van and we said it was going to be the Christmas do.
Yeah. So ever since we've had a Palmer electrical
Christmas do, yeah. I think one of my favourite memories of that time was when, because it was just like a small van.
Yeah.
And we used to go out and he used to do all the driving, which was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to this club in Liverpool and we were leaving and it was about 3 a.m. And anyways, this van...
I was in the back of the van,
he was in the back of the van.
No seat in the back of the van.
Because there's no seat, yes. But, so he decided to lie down, so he had like a quilt or a sleeping bag or something. And he was lying down in the back of this van. A few days beforehand now, this guy had got his van serviced. And when he went in for service, he had a dent in the side, in the back rear panel of this van. And he decided to pull a fast one. So he said to them, I brought my van in for service. And it's now got a dent in it. And they checked all the security footage and everything like that. Couldn't see how this dent had happened, but customer's always right. So they've repaired it for him. So he got this van and there was no dent in it anymore, basically. So we're in this car park coming out, because we've been to the nightclub. He goes in the back, comes like covers and everything. I'm in shotgun position in the front. I mean, driving out the car park, and they changed it so you have to pay for your parking before you leave, and one of these things. But he didn't realise, so he drove up to the barrier, and he's trying to put his in ticket in, and it hadn't been stamped. So it's like, no, you got to go to the pay station. So he's like, all grumpy and everything.
It was like 4 a.m. or something. 4
a.m, yeah. Put the van in reverse, started reversing backwards, and bang! Straight into a pillar, putting a dent exactly where they just repaired. But what was worse was he was asleep in the back of the van and his head was exactly where the pillar was. He was just, what the hell's going on?
That's why I've gone bald. It was the impact. That was brilliant.
So that was just quite a good evening.
We had some fun with him on different adventures, and one of the adventures he actually got married for the second time.
Oh, yeah.
And we got invited to the wedding. But you didn't go.
No, I went.
You didn't?
Did?
Not to the wedding?
Yeah.
When we travelled far, far away.
That was his first wedding.
Was it?
Yeah, that was when he married the alternator.
Yes, that was it. Sorry, yeah. I'm getting confused between the first and second wedding there. Yeah. The first wedding, he got married on the East Coast where his wife had come from. And it was brilliant because I'd taken a partner with me to the wedding. We were sharing a room. And we decided to go out in the day drinking. So we're drinking around the town. And I decided to get my lip pierced. Well, not my lip, what's that thing called? Can't remember what it's called.
Your face.
Tragus?
No, I don't know.
Something. So I got it pierced. But the problem was, when I got it pierced, they'd shoved this big needle through it, put a massive stud in it. It was huge, the stud. I couldn't talk. And all my face swelled up, and I had to give a speech at the wedding. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do anything, couldn't speak to people, couldn't drink. I had to drink through a straw. It was terrible. But it was a good adventure. It was in a scout hut.
Yeah. I suppose the other good one was when we went to Sheffield for my birthday. We went to this nightclub. Well, we were drinking hard. By the time we got to the Pennines, we were already a bottle of rum gone. And then we eventually get to Sheffield, and then we go around drinking. And then that's when he was getting divorced from his first wife, wasn't it?
It was.
So,
we went full circle.
We then had to sleep in his VW
Polo. Yeah. But I think it was winter as well.
Yeah, well, it's October because it's for my birthday.
And it was freezing, and we were trying to sleep in the back of a Polo.
Yeah.
4 of us.
And you lost your choo-choo hat.
I lost a hat in a random pub in Sheffield. It might be, I don't know, but I don't think it was.
Yeah.
I just remember being very cold. We had no blankets, no pillows.
Yeah.
No nothing.
It was before...
and we were parked behind a skip on an industrial estate.
Yeah, it was before the internet on phones. So I was trying to ring directory inquiries to find out what the first train from Sheffield was.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Good times.
Good times, yeah.
They were. And now we're sitting in a man cave playing with RC cars.
Well, at least it's warm in here.
It is warm in here.
Dry.
But we can't sleep in the back of an RC car. Or can you? Yeah, we can. Tamia's real life scale.
Oh, yeah. The
Beetle.
Or the wild one, I suppose you could curl up in that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
But it's been good, though. It's been a good year for RC So we've had a lot of fun. We've done a lot of videos. Done a lot of projects.
Yeah.
A lot of projects. Had a lot of new builds.
Mm-hmm.
And can't wait for next year. What's ahead.
Yeah.
What we're going to create. What we're going to break.
And if any of you got any ideas, any suggestions, any information, you know, feel free, let us know. We can ignore it, we can listen to it, we can...
If there's anything you want us to do, let us know.
Actually, before we wrap this up, I need to mention this. A other channel, but we all know the OAG.
Yes.
I'll link his channel logo here. He is doing a charity build.
Oh yeah, for the
DTO2. Yeah. So we've taken part in that, and we've sent some bits over. A lot of other RC channels are also sending bits and bobs over to him. I think he's got everything he needs to start the build now. The idea is he's going to build this car, and then he's going to raffle it off for a children's charity. So that's good. So it's giving something back to, you know, the kids.
Cool.
When that raffle opens, we'll probably advertise it here as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to cover there. Remember, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there which you're all more than welcome to investigate. You know, maybe there's some that we've not heard of that you want to recommend to us.
Yeah. There must be hundreds of channels out there.
Yeah.
You know, because we all bounce off each other, you know, all the channels. You know, because
Hello, right, yeah. So the battery's just died, and we're not going to replace it to the GoPro because we'll be here for several more hours, and I've got to let the dog out soon, or I'm going to
look at my
eyes.
eyes.
Look at your eyes like polo
wow, look at that. That's so cool.
Feel like you should be in the B-52s. There you go. There's the piercing.
Oh yeah, that one there. That was the one that caused so much pain.
Yeah,
that is brilliant. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I look like...
if you tilt them now...
Yeah, if I tilt them. There you go.
There you go.
I can't talk now because the end of my nose.
Well, yeah, but you tilt them...
Put them up there.
So yeah, anyway. Yeah, so thanks very much for listening to us waffle on for this long.
Yeah, it's been great. Like I said, great year. Can't wait till next year.
Yeah.
There won't be... well, I don't know. We're going to have a few videos in the next few weeks coming out.
Yeah, we're going to still
try and get content.
We're going to have content out there. We're going to keep doing what we do. hopefully, I don't know how long this is going to be when I finally edit it together, but hopefully it'll give you something to watch while you're wrapping presents or avoiding Christmas or staying away from the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you need it to be, and hopefully it will have been what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully you'll get everything you want for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know, we might have some surprises over Christmas, and
Yeah.
depending on weather, like I said, we will get out.
Yeah.
We will get out. We'll get more videos. I want to do some snow videos. I want to do some ice videos. I want to go out there and not feel my fingers, but you know, it's our season, so
I'd like to go out there and not feel your fingers. So anyway, we've been talking for ages.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Enjoy.
If you're still here and not skipped any of it, even bigger well done.
Yeah. Have a good Christmas.
Yeah, have a really, really good, you know, festive season, you know, just in case that you're of another
denomination.
That's it, yeah. So, but yeah, thanks very much for everything, and
we'll see you in 2024.
Yes, we'll do something probably around Easter time, maybe,
and we will be going away next year.
Hopefully, well,
we'll go away on an adventure for a night away.
Okay,
to a random place.
Yeah, hopefully something is in the pipeline, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right then. So that's us for now.
Cool. See you later.
Happy Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
So you don't miss out on further videos and similar nonsense, please like, feel free to comment, definitely subscribe, and press that bell-shaped thingy to be woken up at all hours for further content. But for now, that's your lot.